Well, we have a lot to cover in a short period of time, so we're going to get into it. Mental, emotional, and spiritual walks to healing. Not just cancer, but all kinds of chronic diseases. I want to, first of all, thank Ty and Charlie Bollinger for being the warriors that they are, bringing the information out for these last several years. So I think we need to give them a round of applause. At the Academy of Comprehensive Integrative Medicine, we think so highly of them that in 2017, we gave them the Paradigm Shifters Award at our International Conference and Awards Banquet. And that's coming up again, actually, here in just about a month over in Orlando. And they're going to come back and educate us again over there to our public gathering. We have a health professional gathering and a public gathering both at the same time, in the same hotel. So for those that are practitioners, come for that. If you're a lay public, come for that. But we're going to be talking about the integrative toolkit. As Ty said, I do integrative medicine. Integrative medicine is finding the best therapy that you can find anywhere on the globe and using it for the benefit of the patient. And usually that's a combination of things. It's not one thing. It's the best therapy that you can find at a U.S. University hospital. It's the best therapy that you can find in the outback of one of the third world countries. Whatever works. It's what works medicine. Okay? So, everybody in here should become a free member of our academy. ACIMconnect.com. Lots of valuable information on there. We're going to talk first about emotions, but I want to say this, that I really appreciate what Dr. Axe said this morning about the importance of the spiritual aspects of healing, and we're going to talk about that later in this discussion. But if you don't address that, all the times you lose the war against cancer, especially. Now, when you have a severe chronic condition, it's a bad idea to jump immediately to the magic bullets. You want to deal first with the basics. The basics, you've heard some of the basics already today. Diet, lifestyle. Lifestyle is getting to bed at the right hour, getting rid of the cigarettes, all that kind of stuff. It's also dealing with the dental work. I haven't heard anybody talking about that so far, but the dental work is critically important in cancer especially. And then the most important of all is the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. As you'll see, if you don't deal with that, usually the patient either doesn't get well, or if they do get well, they get well temporarily and then they get sick again. So these are some of the articles from the peer-reviewed literature that talk about effects of emotions on cancer, stressful life, and the risk of rectal colon cancer, risk of life events, and risk of breast cancer, stress, depression, immune system, and cancer. All right, so the emotional risk factors for cancer are chronic exposure to stress that raises your inflammatory cytokines and weakens your immune system. Adverse childhood experience, that's a large-scale study that's done. It's on a government website that you can go look up there. And then lack of control. A lot of people that have cancer especially feel like they're out of control. Somebody else has taken control over their life in some cases. One of my colleagues says, if you want to get somebody well that has cancer, get them out of their house. Because usually the cause of the cancer is in their house. And oftentimes it's the people in their house. That's a sad commentary, but it's oftentimes true. Okay, so post-traumatic stress disorder. You don't have to go to Vietnam or some of the other wars to have post-traumatic stress disorder. You can get that here in the United States from a variety of things. Depression, alexithymia. Alexithymia is not an inability to express oneself. And so if you can't express yourself, you can't get your emotions out, you can't get free of your emotions so that you can not have that causing disease. Lack of connections and social isolation. There's something that's called the nocebo effect. Most people in the audience have heard of the placebo effect. That means you think something good is going to happen and it does because you think something good is going to happen. Well, the nocebo is the opposite of that. You think something bad is going to happen and it does because you think something bad is going to happen. So that's true for cancer, it's true for cardiovascular disease. There's one for the peer-reviewed literature on cardiovascular disease. So don't get into that nocebo attitude. Okay, negative words from doctors, if believed, can kill you.
Amen.
Okay? So you need to take those words that were spoken over you, if they were negative, and cast them out of you like a demon.
Yes.
Okay? Unfortunately, oftentimes family members can also speak those things over you, not maybe maliciously or intently, but they speak it over you, and it can still be like a curse. So you got to get it out. Never say or think that healing is not possible. Okay? My belief is that with God, all things are possible. All things. Okay. We reject all ideas of being a victim and choose to instead become a victor.
That's right.
Yeah, no matter what your disease. Okay, take every thought captive to the full obedience. Right? You've heard that verse before? Joyce Meyer wrote a great book called Battlefield of the Mind. If you've not read that, that's a worthwhile read. Okay, there's four sources of thought. Thoughts can either heal us or they can kill us. There's a sequential thought, which is basically something related to something you were just now thinking. So that doesn't come from the outside, that comes from inside you. And then there's thoughts from others. That's also from the outside. Okay? Sequential thought and thoughts from others. Those are from people. Now, there's also spontaneous thoughts. The spontaneous thought can either come from the creator of the universe, God, or it can come from evil or the devil. And it would be really good to know which, right? Okay. So if you dwell on the thought and you get perfect peace, that's God. That's the creator of the universe talking to you, because the devil and the evil in the world can't give you peace.
That's right.
Okay? So that's helpful, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're trying to figure out a difficult decision, get quiet, get still, and listen for the Creator to speak to you. And once you hear a thought, you start dwelling on it. The more you dwell on it, the more peace you get. That was God. Go with it. Go with that. Okay. After rejecting a negative thought, pick a positive to dwell on. This is a quote from Philippians 4:8. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or worthy of praise, think about or dwell on these things. Now, if you catch yourself thinking about something that doesn't fit in that list, then stop it! Okay. Emotion release to